Yo people, what is going on? We are back again with another edition of the freaking Juice because we are the Juice. Now yesterday Emtee finally dropped his long-awaited, long-anticipated album Logan. Now one thing that I'm going to say for you, one thing I'm going to say for sure is that I am not going to give that project a rating. Why? Because Emtee is someone that for me, whenever I've listened to him more for the quality of his sound and just a little bit of his lyrics. And the reason I say that is because, as you know, Emtee doesn't always make all of his music in English. His music varies quite a lot within his own mother tongue as well as English self alone. So therefore, for me to actually have a full picture of what the album was about, based on my own opinion, is something that I cannot do. Now, I have read a lot of reviews, okay, spoken to a lot of people, and everyone's saying that, listen, you know what, when it comes to the content, Emtee delivered hard. And if he did, fantastic. But obviously for me, usually I'll kind of give Emtee or anyone that kind of raps in different languages more of a rating on the quality of the project in terms of the production, the vocals, the beats. Now, here's the thing, you know, Emtee is no longer with Ambitious. Therefore, in this project stuff in particular, when it comes to the production levels, they wasn't exactly to their best abilities as we've been so used to for such a long time. But the fact that he still came out and still dropped the project with his chest, and the fact that people are actually like loving it based on the content, then you know what, Emtee's a winner. That's just the bottom line, if you dig what I'm saying. But with that being said though, let's move into the next piece of freaking juice. And to be fair, talking about Emtee, talking about how he doesn't have a label anymore, that label itself in particular, as you can see here, has decided to call out Flvme. I mean, listen, end of the day, what happened, son? Didn't you learn anything from your brothers? I mean, listen. I think, to be honest with you, this is just a sad tweet by Ambitious Entertainment. And I say this because the matter of fact is, when Emtee went to Ambitious, he already had a little bit of a following. And then once he went to Ambitious, they made him the face of Ambitious pretty much most of the time. So he got a big fan base out of it. So him leaving Ambitious, he was always going to do well. a-reece now on the same hand, again, before he went there, he had a little bit of a following. But then once he went to Ambitious, he wasn't able to collaborate with people like Emtee that really helped him, you know, get to the stage he's at now. So even when he left the label, he left with a name behind himself. Flvme now, when he was at Ambitious, nobody knew who Flvme was. People only really knew who Flvme was once he had left Ambitious and obviously really started doing his thing with a-reece. So really and truly, I wouldn't even put Flvme in the same conversation as Reece or Emtee, to be honest with you. So to be honest with you, Ambitious, be quiet. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, we're not finished there at all, man. Talking about project, talking about albums, there's a man that no matter what happens in life, he's always got something to say, always something to complain about. Why? Well, because he's got anxiety. Now listen to me. This tweet is something that was sent to me. Luckily, it was sent to me because, as you know, when it comes to deleting, there's many people in the game that love to delete their stuff, right? And obviously, Zoocci is one of those people. And as you can see here, it says, a year and some change later, there's still nothing better. I know I dropped the best of all time and will do so every drop till I cover top 3. Having the most PR for your project don't make it the best. Anxiety, you don't see music on blogs and every media outlet you listen. You know what? Listen, I'm actually sick and tired of this guy. He acts as if he's the only person with anxiety, as if he's the only person in the world that's suffering with depression, that's having a hard time. Listen, every single person out here right now is going through a hard time. You think I ain't got anxiety? Listen, I've had anxiety since I was a kid, man. But at the end of the day, do I allow it to define my choices? No. Do I allow it to stop me from pushing forward? No. At the end of the day, if Zoocci's project, which is a very good project, Anxiety, end of the day, I get the whole PR thing. But listen, if you're unable to obviously if you're unable to put PR behind your project so you can get the recognition that you believe it deserves, then that's cool. But you ain't got to keep coming out with every single, there's a tweet every now and then of this guy just crying. Like, yo, if you can't handle the spotlight because of your anxiety, just don't do music. You know what I'm saying? Or just work behind the scenes. Just stick to production. Because at the end of the day, this all fussing and moaning and whatnot is helping no one. It's not helping you. You think people care? People don't care. Because there are people in the world who go through the same flipping BS, man. Like, yo, get out of your head. You ain't the only person with anxiety out here. Jesus Christ, this guy gets to my nerves, man. I don't give a damn if I trigger him or not. Because the bottom line is this. He's not the only person in the world that's suffering with X, Y, Z. And to be honest with you, his anxiety is the reason why he tweets and then deletes. If you're going to say something, don't delete it. Say it with your chest and leave it there. Simple as that. But at the same time, when all your tweets are always a complaint about, oh, nobody wants to recognize me. Oh, I've got the best project out here. Well done. What do you want, a freaking medal? Bro, keep pushing your craft, keep believing in yourself, and keep doing your damn thing. And stop asking and begging for recognition to be top 3. You don't get it from begging and asking, you get it from hard work. And I know you're a hard worker, but you act like a little bee half the time. Nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next piece of juice and the last piece of juice, and that's a little bit of Cassper Nyovest. So it seems to me as if a fan decided to come out and say, Cassper, copper, in your life, don't do drugs, please man, please. And Cassper was like, I don't do drugs, I do numbers. And to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, that is just pure facts. He does do numbers. Let's not argue with that one. With that being said, I'll see you lovely people in the comment section and we'll talk about it. We are done and we are out. Peace.